Welcome friends to Hilarious Name Pending, episode number 9. 9? I had to check. And this week's episode is the very special E3 edition, where I'll be giving my predictions on what we'll see at the world's most anticipated gaming expo. But before we get into that mess, this wouldn't be the self-proclaimed gaming show that it is if I didn't cover some gaming stories that came about this week. So here is just a smidge of this week's video game news covered at light speed. Need for Speed The Fast and the Furious, Need for Speed Payback, got announced. FIFA 18 on the Nintendo Switch is a cut rate version because EA can't be arsed. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon is coming to the 3DS, not the Switch, because Nintendo hate money. And Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 is coming to the Xbox One and PS4. That was intense, wasn't it? Now we move on to the good stuff, the thing you are actually here for, my E3 predictions. I'm going to be making 2 predictions per conference, and not just E3 conferences, but all the other things that will be happening over the weekend, like EA Play and whatever Nintendo is going to be doing. I'll be making one safe, almost guaranteed prediction that will be based in reality, and one wild, drastically out there prediction that has almost no hope based on pure speculation. All because it's something I would love to see. Up first, EA aren't actually at E3. They're doing EA Play. You know, the non-E3 show that's coincidentally done on the same weekend of E3, but it isn't E3. It's not. Fucking EA trying to steal some thunder there. Anyway, EA's upcoming game roster is a long list of shit that we have all seen before. FIFA 18, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Need for Speed Payback, it's all pretty repetitive stuff that we have seen time and time again. And I'm willing to bet that the likelihood of any new substantial IP from EA this year is extremely low. They are the decrepit pensioner of games publishing, stuck in a routine and slowly losing their grip on reality. Really, how the hell do you fuck up Mass Effect? You have to be a special kind of stupid to mess up something that badly. With that in mind, this is what I think will happen at their EA Play media briefing. Safe prediction. They will extensively show off Need for Speed Payback. They'll mention family, or some similarly contrived notion that has been stolen from the Fast and Furious films and forced into the game with not even a spittle of lube. And as a bonus prediction, I reckon it will get delayed, because somehow, someway, there will be development complications. Because 23 fucking years isn't enough time to know how to make a driving game. Wild prediction! They'll say Star Wars Battlefront 2's story mode will be longer than 10 hours, because apparently, in the current state of the industry, that is something worth bragging about. Everyone who was then responsible for the first game comes out onto the stage, gets on their knees, chants "We fucked up" in unison, and hangs their head in shame for at least 5 minutes. The crowd goes wild. And to my right! Well, shit. Microsoft have got a lot to prove this time around. In terms of games, right now they've got dick all, and even their scant few exclusives aren't actually exclusives because you can buy them on the PC. So right now, in this very moment, Microsoft is giving nobody a single reason to buy an Xbox One. They desperately need to find those reasons, and fast, before they become irrelevant. Safe prediction. Scorpio will be out before Christmas. It will be under £400 and there will be an exclusive new IP available for it at launch. Because if they don't do this, they may as well throw in the towel now. This new piece of hardware has to be appealing and competitively priced, or at least be revolutionary in some way to regain some of the momentum that the Xbox brand has lost. Wild prediction! Microsoft have all but dropped HoloLens for the Xbox One, whatever that was supposed to look like. And as such, they will announce a VR partnership with Oculus instead. Microsoft will work in tandem with Oculus to develop a new bespoke headset for the console, one that is set to challenge PSVR. There will be no price nor date for it. Now these guys are slowly climbing their way up the ranks. These past 2 years that Bethesda have been at E3, they have been absolutely killing it, bringing game after game to the table and not sitting on those games for too long before releasing them. They are a publisher on the rise, one that I can definitely see challenging the bigger lads in the industry and coming out on top in the near future. And with 2 new games heavily rumoured to be appearing at E3 this year, I do not see that shift in momentum changing anytime soon. Safe prediction. A new Wolfenstein will be announced, and it will be released before 2018. Look, it's about time. We need to shoot some Nazis in the face already. Society needs that relief right now. Wolfenstein The New Order was pretty much a launch title for this generation of gaming, and it was highly praised. As such, a new one cannot be that far off given the time between the 2 games. Bethesda's VP of Marketing, Pete Hines, even said back in February on the Kinda Funny Gamescast that Wolfenstein developer Machine Games were working on something he called fucking bananas. So, robot Nazis, yeah Pete? Cool, mate. I'm down for that. Wild prediction! A new Elder Scrolls game will get revealed. It will be a sequel to Skyrim. Because this prediction is going to live on in perpetuity until it actually fucking happens. It definitely won't happen, mate. So, Ubisoft. You all know how I feel about Ubisoft. The games they've released in the past were shite copy and paste experiences that felt overdone to the point of tedium. But in recent months they've changed their tune, their logo and their approach to game development. They have won me back with these recent releases and I hope more than ever that they can continue this trend into the future. This year's E3 will determine whether or not that apparent change in tact is legitimate and whether or not I was right. I really, really want to be right. Safe prediction. Assassin's Creed Origins will be coming in November. It will be set in Egypt and its protagonist will be called Bayek, because this is the worst kept secret of gaming this year. Someone even managed to pre-order the game at the American retailer Target earlier in the week. I mean, come the fuck on Ubisoft, how sloppy are you? Wild prediction! Far Cry 5 gets shown in depth and, this is essential to the prediction, shows a key villain that we will encounter that closely resembles Donald Trump. I mean, come on. Are you really going to skip out on that opportunity? A game about taking back a specific part of America from some dictatorial figures, and you're not going to put some reference to Donald Trump in there? Bitch, please. The PlayStation 4. It is on a high right now. It's the best-selling console available on the market right now. Its exclusives are rock solid, and there is no shortage of those very exclusives in the near future. Sony has the game industry locked down right now. At last year's E3, they pulled no punches, scrapping the traditional chat a lot of bollocks formula for a more upfront, just look at our trailers approach. It was a powerful performance, one they are still riding high off 12 months later. But what does this year have in store for Sony, and how exactly will it compare? Safe prediction. Days Gone will get shown off extensively, and a late 2017 release date will be revealed. Probably October. I've got a feeling this game is ready now. It has to be, right? The last big game Sony Ben worked on was Uncharted Golden Abyss for the Vita, and that was released in Japan in December 2011. Surely 7 years is enough time, right? Oh, wait. Wild prediction! Sucker Punch will show off its new game. It is not related to Infamous, and a soft release date of fall 2018 will be flashed on the screen. A date that will be missed. Sucker Punch is one of the few first-party studios who haven't revealed what they've been up to since Infamous Second Son. A reveal from them will stack the card for PlayStation, putting them in a similar position they were in toward the end of the PS3's lifecycle, where strong exclusives will come in barely 6 months apart and all but raping my overdraft. Ugh, Christ, do I have to? Really? Do I have to do Nintendo? Alright, okay, so Nintendo. Despite the success of the Switch and the frankly impressive numbers that it is pulling in, Nintendo have spent the better part of this year pulling some really shitty decisions. Even at the top of this episode, there were 2 Nintendo-related fuck-ups. Two in one episode. And I can't see that changing anytime soon. But I am an optimist, and so these are optimistic predictions. Predictions that Nintendo definitely won't do, but probably fucking should. Safe prediction. A real Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch will be revealed. Not Pokken, whatever that weird little fighting game is. A real one. And after they revealed in that Pokemon Direct the other day that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is a 3DS title only, you would assume that a dedicated Pokemon game for the Switch cannot be far off. But I wouldn't hold your breath. This is Nintendo we're talking about. Wild prediction! They apologise for everything they've ever done wrong. And to make that apology stick, they promise a free NES Classic Mini bundled with every SNES Classic Mini. Go on, Reggie. Do it, mate. Do it. Just fucking do it. And that's it, friends. My not-so-serious E3 predictions. Now, I will be covering E3 the best I can from the dregs of the UK over here, be it under a Labour or a Conservative government. Hopefully, I'll be breaking out some of those reaction videos I've dabbled with for each media briefing. But don't hold me to that. I am lazy, remember. So what did you make of my predictions? Do you want a Donald Trump punching bag in Far Cry 5? Do you even have some predictions of your own? Let me know in the comments down below or over on Twitter @DarrellDoes. And if you like this video, then make it known. Share it. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a good thumbing. Because everybody loves a good thumbing. Wild prediction!